As many are aware, Hamilton is home to the Nurse family, a family that seems to have athletic excellence running through every branch of their family tree. And one of the newest stems sprouting up is Isaac, a 5'9" forward for the Hamilton Bulldogs, who had some pretty big shoes to fill.
Tournament MVP, Kia Nurse!
With our pick, we're pleased to choose from the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, Darnell Nurse.
However, as Kia and Darnell excel at their different sports, it hasn't been all smooth sailing for Isaac.
He's different from Darnell, him being a forward, Darnell being a defenseman. Everyone gets to certain places a different way. Darnell was a high draft pick, World Juniors. He was one of those guys who did everything along the lines of what the top players do. Isaac came through a little different. He came through the long way.
Adversity struck when he got cut from the Bulldogs last year and went to play Junior B. Now, adversity can be defined as a dose of reality used as a challenge. And growing up with success, competition, hard work, and dedication being surrounded by him, it became second nature, and this challenge was accepted.
Playing Junior B forced him to bring that out, forced him to play a little grittier, forced him to have to stand up for himself, to protect his teammates. So he knew going in there, there's a little more clutch and grab, a little more bump and grind, and he was ready for that. And I think that really helped him coming forward. He took being released, took what he was told, and turned it into the positive of this is what I have to work on if I ever want to make this team.
Isaac accumulated 31 points in 49 games for the 99ers last season. Pretty good for a 16-year-old. But he knew he'd have to do more, and being drafted by his hometown team drew more advantages than just being close to family.
Being in Hamilton, there are opportunities to see him. And I think one of the biggest things was off-season. In the summertime, there's Matt Turk runs a 4-on-4 league. Matt Turk's one of the scouts for the Bulldogs. Ron Wilson's is there helping out with some of the skills things. Well, Isaac over the last 2 summers had really strong summers at that. A lot of times a kid goes home this summer from a team, and it's great, we'll contact you a couple times, see you, come back like this. But here was an opportunity for members of the Bulldogs brass to see him week in, week out in the off season, see his improvement in the off season, as opposed to just he leaves in May, comes back in September, and let's see what we've got. Well, they've seen what he has all summer. And I think that was a bit of an advantage for him because they got to see the progression.
Even though Isaac did make the cut this season, adversity still faced him. Compared to Junior B, the OHL is a tougher, stronger, and faster league filled with men. And these men are pursuing professional careers.
Many of us thought that there was a good possibility when he got signed this year, he'd go through training camp, go through the exhibition season, possibly go back to Brantford, play there. When injuries happen, get called up. And when he dressed the first night, it was great. He dressed the second night, and he just continued to dress. So by the time he sat his first game, it was probably about game 19 of the season. Not bad for a kid who got drafted in the 11th round who's making his way through the OHL.
Isaac has found a way to succeed at his own pace and doesn't allow the name on the back of his jersey to add pressure to his development. However, one thing's for sure, he's exceeded expectations so far and continues to strive for greatness. But would you expect anything less? He is a nurse, after all.